Anything you wanted to do or people you might meet, it all was possible.
Prior to that, there really wasn't a voice for independent film.
Destroy everything before 1976. It's over. It's incinerated. We kind of came out of the destruction.
It was part of that whole thing of getting the hell out of the art world and finding a kind of cinema closer to reality.
I just bought some film from the drugstore and put it in the camera and started rolling.
They would literally call up to my window and we'd go down the block and shoot a scene.
Felt like we owned the city and we could shoot without permits, without restriction.
It was right at the peak of the debauchery of New York.
New York City was pretty much near bankruptcy, and it was like the Wild West.
I was going out every night, and wherever I would go, I had this 16mm camera, and I was shooting a lot of the bands.
Things were moving so fast then. It was like Television and Blondie and the Ramones, and then 2 months later, that was over, and it was like nothing I'd ever heard before.
There really was this explosion, not only in film, but in music and theater and performance.
It was all about wanting to be very different from what mainstream movies and culture were.
I'm looking for the graffiti artist. We are all graffiti lads.
It was certainly darker. It was really reflecting the times.
No one was holding back. They were telling the ugly, naked truth as they felt it and as they lived it.
There were some things that we did in the films that I would never do now, because I would be too paranoid that somebody would arrest me for it.
You haven't got film? Steal some film.
I was detained at the airport by the police because I had movies on me.
Our lives, I felt like our lives were movies. It was very cinematic.
I felt like at the end, maybe this is going to be some Warhol type thing, and one of these people is going to come up and shoot me.
It was like the best time, worst time of my life.
You ready to take my picture?